Well, hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to Harry and David Field in beautiful Medford, Oregon, as we get ready for Day 3 of the American Legion Baseball State Championship Tournament. The Roseburg Dr. Stewarts have made it through the weekend and made it to Monday, and they look here today to keep their season going at least one more day. The Doc Stewarts coming off of an emotional win last night. It was Amos Bowers delivering the game-winning hit to score Hayden Thompson on what was maybe unexpected hit and run that happened out on the field, and that allowed the Doc Stewarts to score the game-winning run in the bottom of the 7th to get past a very good Hillsboro Red Sox team yesterday, knocking the Red Sox out of the postseason, and the Doc Stewarts surviving to play again here today. But today they've got a big matchup on the other side in the Hillsdale Merchants out of the Portland metropolitan area. They are coming off of a big win in their opening game of the tournament, upsetting the Eugene Challengers and putting the Challengers in the elimination bracket. They've survived so far, winning earlier today. Hillsdale get that big first win in the tournament, but yesterday suffered a bad loss against the Portland Barbers. Ended up following in that one, I guess, against the Tigard Barbers. Final score of 16-6 in that one. They got over, quote-unquote, early in 6 innings as Tigard would score a bunch of runs late to be able to pull away for the victory. So it's one team on one side, the Doc Stewarts, coming off of an emotional last-minute victory to keep their season alive. And on the other side, it's the Merchants coming off of a loss that they ended up getting 10 runned in. We'll see how that plays out in today's ball game as the Doc Stewarts take on the Hillsdale Merchants in another elimination game. It's great to have you with us here for the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Joey Kieran, and it's great to be back on the air with you, bringing you Doc Stewarts baseball here this summer. Roseburg Disposal, you can let them make the run to the dump for you. Then you can sit back and enjoy some more Doc Stewarts baseball here this summer. Give them a call to set it all up. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. As we make our way towards first pitch here this afternoon, we will have a chance to catch up with Coach Cody Walton on our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. Talk with Coach about yesterday's emotional win and how that might play into today's action, and about today's opponent, a team the Docs have seen and beaten 3 times during the regular season. But this club is a little different than the one we saw during the regular season here today. So we'll talk more about that with Coach Cody Walton coming up here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Do want to remind you that today's game, not only on the radio, we do have our live video simulcast happening right now. You can find it at 541radio.com or head right to the source. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. You'll find our channel there. You can find the game streaming on our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, and you can get notified when we go live with another broadcast of local sports here on The Score. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we talk with Coach Cody Walton here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here with more of our pregame on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Docs into day 3 of the state tournament today, and they're trying to keep their season going after an exciting win last night. It's our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview, and joining us is Coach Cody Walton. Well, Coach, obviously you want to thrive off of an exciting win yesterday. How do you feel like the team kind of maybe kept on to that momentum? Last night you guys obviously had a lot of downtime yesterday, but just how do you build off of that, and how have you seen the team kind of take that momentum from yesterday?
Yeah, great question. I mean, these guys, it's filled their tank a little bit, right? It's great to be able to feed off of that. We can feel it in the when we're hanging out at the hotel or we're going out to dinner. These guys are just a different feel in that atmosphere, which is really nice in this time of year. You can kind of use that as some energy coming into these days. It's hot. They're long days. You're excited early in the day, and you got to wait to play. So it's exciting to get that piece of it.
Yeah. I've, hanging out here a little bit. I got here early today, so I've got some time to kill because it's, it's fun to just come and hang out at the baseball field. And but hearing some of the guys talking about, I want another night here. I want another day here. Are you getting that sense that these guys are kind of hungry and chomping at the bit here today?
Oh, most certainly. I mean, that's something we're hearing a ton of, and it's win to survive. And we tell them that too. You want the one more, go get it, play the baseball we know we can, and we can get that extra day and just keep living to fight for one more day.
Yeah. Coming away from yesterday, obviously an emotional and exciting win, but what else did you see through that game that kind of stood out to you that really ended up leading for your guys to be on top yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw some toughness, really. I mean, Bowers led that there in the end, but it was a lot before that too. Some really good sacrifice bunts. Guys had some really good timely hits, and then played good defense. Danner pitched a heck of a baseball game, and that was pretty awesome to see. And you could see it in his eyes. He was willing to kind of have that extra gear, and so I really thought we used toughness pretty well yesterday.
You guys obviously only had to use Danner yesterday. How huge is it to have just one arm used in a game like that? I know obviously this point in the season, you're playing hopefully 5 straight days of baseball, so bullpen usage is always a big deal. Yeah,
absolutely. It's kind of a pitching puzzle at this point in the season, right? And so Danner doing that's a huge thing for us, and it allowed us to save some arms. And you never really can save arms so much at this time of the year. You got to win to keep playing, but at the same time, it is nice when you don't have to use them. And he gave us that platform yesterday.
As you guys get ready here today, obviously on the other side, it's a team we've seen a few times this year, and that's nothing new. It seems like we keep running into former regular season opponents here, but this Hillsdale team, I know that looking at the makeup, this is not the team we saw during the regular season. They've got a lot of new names on that roster. What have you kind of seen from them in the tournament that maybe might be a little bit different than what we saw during the regular season?
Yeah, you hit it on the head. I mean, there's a couple guys I've seen up there hit. They're pretty physical kids, and they have some pretty good arms as well, and they're a really scrappy team. They were scrappy without a couple of those additions to that roster, but certainly, I mean, there's going to be some guys that we haven't seen that are good baseball players, so it'll be a tough match.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we are. It's baseball on day 3 of the state tournament. Just to be at this point, obviously facing against it with a loss in the first game of the season. How excited are you for these guys and the opportunity they have here today?
Oh, chomping at the bit, man. I'm just as much as these guys are, and that's the fun part about it. You always play for these kind of games in the end, the money games, and they're exciting, and all these guys are excited. You don't have to say much. Everybody's kind of feeling it.
All right. Well, we'll leave it with that, and we'll let you get to it. Coach Cody Walton joining us here on our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. Coach, thanks so much for the time.
Thanks so much. As always, Joseph.
And that again, Coach Walton joining us. We are moments away from getting this one started on a beautiful but a bit breezy, as you might have been able to tell in the interview there. A bit of a breezy day once again here in Medford, but the sun is shining. The temperatures are warm. Everybody's huddled in a spot where they can find a little bit of shade and relief from the sunshine here at the ballpark, so it kind of looks a little empty. You got to find them. It's almost Where's Waldo out there just to find all of the fans as we get ready for this one. First pitch right around the corner. We'll take our final break and come back with your Southern Septic Service starting lineups. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show on 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
It's time to get things underway here at the ballpark. Let's take a look at your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Hillsdale Merchants, led by Coach Phil Johnson. It'll be the DH, Elliot Raton, leading things off, followed by the right fielder, Ian Colmer. The shortstop is Spencer Ames. He'll bat third. Caden Cruz at first base, batting cleanup. Kieran Kelly, the catcher, hitting fifth. Cam Hammer at third base will bat sixth. In the 7-hole is Jackson Poole in center field. The second baseman, Peyton Nash, batting eighth. And rounding out the starting nine will be Toussaint Captour, the left fielder. The DH being utilized for the starting pitcher, Elliot Backey. As for the Doc Stewarts defensively here, they are the designated home team in the matchup. Behind the plate will be Mason Young. Out at first base is Danner Wirtz. Tegan Sprague at second. On the left side of the diamond, it's Logan Anderson at third and Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Hayden Thompson, Christian Korba, and Easton Bachmeyer. That's your starting defense, looking to try and support today's starting pitcher for the Roseburg Doc Stewarts. That is the lefty out of Roseburg High School, Fletcher Coleman. Coleman making his sixth appearance on the summer, his fifth start. He's got a 1-0 win-loss record with one save. He's thrown 16 innings total with a 2.63 ERA, 10 strikeouts, and 11 walks. He'll look to try and get the Doc Stewarts a win here today and see if they can move on to play tomorrow, presumably at 3 o'clock. There could be some shuffling of the bracket depending on which teams advance to avoid a possible rematch. But as it looks right now, we're expecting that the winner of this game plays at 3 o'clock tomorrow. That's your Southern Septic Service starting lineup from residential to commercial. Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. All right, leadoff man up to bat for the Merchants. Coleman will face Elliot Raton, and the DH will take high for ball one, and we are underway here at 3:30 on the nose. Tournament's done a pretty decent job of staying right on track as scheduled. Always nice to see. Fletcher's 1-0 pitch misses low and inside a 2-0 count. The one thing that really has been a struggle at times for Fletcher is finding the strike zone. It's something he knows he needs to keep working on as he misses low and inside again, and he falls behind 3-0. Obviously hoping to not try to put the leadoff man aboard for the Merchants. They got a roster that can put up some big numbers. 3-0 pitch coming. Coleman will miss high and away. So a leadoff walk to start off the ball game. Not quite the right foot that the Docs were hoping to get off to. So Coleman will put the leadoff man aboard. He'll try to turn the ship around here as he'll take on Ian Colmer, the right fielder. Man at first with nobody out for the Merchants. Fletch misses again, and he has got to locate that strike zone. Ian Colmer, out of Ida B. Wells, graduated last year. Spent the spring at the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. And he will take the first strike of the game, thrown by Fletcher Coleman. Likely looking to find a strike there. Not going to give away a strike to a pitcher that is struggling to find the zone. Low and inside, Fletcher falls behind again. 2 balls and a strike here in the first inning to the second hitter. 1 man aboard with nobody out. Now it might be a bit of a short leash here today for the Doc Stewarts and for Fletcher Coleman. Pitch outside, scooped up nicely by Young, but it bobbled in and out of the glove, and he was looking to try and make a throw down to first base, but couldn't field it cleanly. And out to the mound, Mason Young will head out there to talk with Fletcher Coleman. Coleman, when he's right, he's very sharp. That 2.63 ERA is not a figment of your imagination. He's been good this summer, but at times the walks have come back to hurt him. He's issued now 12 walks and only 10 strikeouts this summer. He'll look to try and stay in the at-bat here. A 3-1 pitch coming. Ground ball left side. It will get through. Out to Hayden Thompson in left field. First base hit in the game for the Merchants. And you've got runners at first and second with nobody out. So Colmer puts one through the left side to put runners at first and second. And Spencer Ames will come up to bat to try and do some damage here. A lefty-lefty battle coming up. Ames, the shortstop for this Merchants club. These two teams did face 3 times during the regular season. Docs had pretty big wins in each of them, but this is a team that looks significantly different than that regular season team. This pitch misses the zone, a 1-0 count. That one not off the mark by much. But boy, as the first inning goes on, I'm sure that strike zone feels like it is just getting smaller and smaller for Fletcher out there on the bump. There's 1-0 pitch down the middle for a swing and a miss by Ames. And that might make him feel a little bit better about the situation. See if he can get things rolling after that. Swing and a miss by the 3-hitter. Ames out of Central Catholic High School up in Portland. Takes high and inside, a 2-1 count. Ames, a class of 2026 senior. In the one game against the Doc Stewarts this year, he was 2 for 3. This is the first time that Fletcher Coleman has faced off against Hillsdale. And he will miss low and outside. He's already walked one and given up a hit. He's on the verge of loading him up on a bases-loaded walk. Fletch needs to start finding the zone. A 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, and he's back in it. Ames falls to a full count. Docs were hoping to try to start things on the right foot, come out with some of the energy after yesterday's exciting walk-off win. The 3-2 pitch, fouled back, as Fletcher will challenge him. But really, the tone can easily be set by the pitcher on the mound and the start of the game. And the way things have gone here for Fletch so far, got to make sure it doesn't last too long. Don't want your players behind you getting complacent. Pop fly, left side, foul territory. Logan Anderson tracking it up against his own dugout, and that ball gets out of play. Not by a lot, but enough. And it'll stay a 3-2 count here for Ames. Nobody out, runners at first and second. 8 players on the roster that weren't with the Merchants in the 3 meetings that the Docs had with them. Docs won 15-5, 12-4, and 8-2. All of them were in Roseburg at Champion Car Wash Field. 3-2 pitch again here for Coleman, and it's ball 4. And here comes Caden Cruz. Not a guy you want to face with the bases loaded and nobody out. And we will get a visit out to the mound for pitching coach A.J. Doolittle to try and settle down Fletcher Coleman. Docs do have activity going in their bullpen. And that is not a great sign, as you need to keep arms available as this tournament goes on. But I believe that's Logan Shipman out there getting loose in case he's needed here. Bases are loaded in a must-win game for both of these teams. The Merchants with their big hitter Caden Cruz coming up to bat. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. So Caden Cruz will step up to the plate. Class of 2025 at Grant High School. As a senior in high school, he was the 6A Player of the Year, had 12 home runs for the Grant Generals that spring. Spent his last school year at Clark Community College, where he played in 41 games, hit .257. Also pitched a little bit for Clark. Caden Cruz right now looking to hit. He bats with the bases loaded and nobody out. On the first pitch from Fletcher Coleman's outside for ball one. So far, every batter has started off with ball one. Fletcher misses high and he falls behind 2-0. At third base, Elliott Rayton after a leadoff walk. Ian Colmer, a single through the left side. He's at second base. Spencer Ames at first after a walk. Cruz will take a strike on the corner on the 2-0 offering. Fletcher Coleman trying to pitch himself out of a jam here in the first. He gets Cruz to foul one back for strike two, and the count evens up. Doc's playing back up the middle. Playing in front of the runner at first base is Danner Wirtz. Inside pitch just past the knees. Cruz tried to lean into that one a little bit, see if he could get clipped and bring in a run with a hit by pitch. It just misses his kneecaps. Full count pitch here. Coleman delivers, and that's a run coming in for the Merchants. Bases loaded walk for Fletcher Coleman, his third walk already in the ball game. And so coming in to score will be Elliott Rayton. Mentioned it might be a short leash. And the Docs already looking to the bullpen to see whether or not Logan Shipman might be ready. It's a 1-0 lead for Hillsdale. Still nobody out after the bases loaded walk to Cruz. Kieran Kelly takes a strike on the corner. We'll see if Fletch can settle it in here. The 0-1 is fouled away for strike two. And for the first time here in the first inning, Fletcher Coleman is well out in front of a batter. Kieran Kelly, the catcher, out of LaSalle High School, graduating this spring. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, and a nice scoop behind the plate by Mason Young to keep the runners on their bases. There's a man on every bag for the Merchants here in the first inning with nobody out. One run in so far. The 1-2. Off speed, fouled away. So a 1-2 count. Fletcher gets the ball fouled away by Kelly. He'll stay in it. Docs do continue to, they've sent a few guys down towards the bullpen here, and they've got Schwert warming up. They've got Shipman warming up, and I thought I saw Grayson Coate heading down that direction as well. Ground ball, chopper, third base side. It's going to be a tough play to make, and it's an infield single for an RBI for Kieran Kelly. Colmer will come in to score. It's 2-0, the Merchants in front. That's just a chopper between short and third. It was Paxton Burke that ended up getting to it. But Logan Anderson came over to try and cover it as well, so nobody covering third, which would have been the easiest spot for Paxton Burke to throw the ball to. Other than that, there was no other base that he could try to get in out at. So 2 runs have come in, and it is Still nobody out here in the first inning. So running at first for the catcher will be Dash Griffin, courtesy runner. Fletcher looking for the first out. Oh, delivered a pretty good looking pitch from up here. A 1-0 count to start, must have been a bit low. A 1-0, outside and low, 2-0 count. Well, needless to say, not the start the Docs needed here today. In an elimination game late in the getting to day 3 of the tournament where arms are very precious. Strike hits the corner for Fletch. Could use a ground ball that could turn 2 for him here. Try and get a couple of quick outs. Sprague and Burke up the middle, ready to try and turn it. That ball instead lifted well into the air out towards center field. Corbo will make the catch. Runners will tag. Runner going for third. They might have a play. Throw high. And in safely will go Caden Cruz to third as Spencer Ames comes in to score on the sac fly by Cam Hammer. There's finally an out here in the first inning. Runners on the corners. It's 3-0 the Merchants ahead here in the first inning. So far, this has been self-induced for the Docs. The Merchants haven't really hit it all that much. 3 walks and single that barely gets through the infield, and then a single on the infield. They've built a 3-0 lead. Jackson Poole swinging away on the first pitch. Fly ball out towards left field. Long run for everybody, and it will end up dropping in foul territory for strike 1. Paxton gave a long run there, went crashing into the fence. I think out in left field, Hayden Thompson, I don't think, had a good read on it. I saw him throw his hands up at one point as if to indicate he did not know where that ball was in the air. It'll be strike 1 here for Jackson Poole, a lefty. He squares to bunt. And it's a 1-1 count. Well, 3 runs, a crooked number on the board here in the first for Hillsdale. Docs have their work cut out for them. Runner going, the ball off the dirt. Mason Young keeps it in front, but out to second base will go Kelly. That is Griffin, the courtesy runner. No problem getting to second base. A 2-1 count. Runners at second and third. It's 1 away. Fletch gives a pop-up on the infield. It'll be Tegan Sprague trying to track it. Does get underneath it. Kind of picked up his pace there for a little bit. Had me a bit concerned on his ability to get underneath it with the ball maybe getting caught up in the wind. But he does track it pretty much all the way to the mound and makes the grab for the second out. Much needed second out for the Doc Stewarts. Peyton Nash, the 8-hitter, will get a chance. Second baseman will take low for ball 1. Peyton Nash out of Sherwood High School. Takes low and inside, 2-0 count. He graduated in 2025, a rather old Merchants club. They do have a couple of young guys, 2028, 2030. Dash Griffin, the runner out at second base, is class of 2030. But their main guys all pretty old, as there's a pitch over the outside corner for Fletcher, a 2-1 count. A lot of guys back after spending last spring, this most recent spring, with a college program. Peyton Nash, the second baseman, a 2-1 count with 2 down. Hits a grounder through the left side. It's going to be 4-0. The Merchants before the Docs even get a chance to come up to bat. RBI single for Nash. That'll be the third hit here in this first inning for the Merchants. Runners on the corners, and it's a 4-0 lead, and here comes Coach Walton. So that is going to do it for Fletcher Coleman here in the first inning. Struggled to find the zone, and he's not going to make it out of the first. Not an ideal spot here for the Doc Stewarts. They will make some defensive adjustments, bring in Logan Shipman to try and get him through this first inning with a 4-0 deficit intact. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We come back, still here in the first inning. 4-0, the Merchants in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Well, the Doc Stewarts have put themselves in a hole here. A tough outing for Fletcher Coleman. He finds himself in the dugout. I know, definitely have their reasons there. I kind of thought maybe we'd see Fletch go out to right field defensively, but they're going to leave Bachmeyer out in right field, the position that Fletch usually plays when he's not pitching, and he heads to the bench. I thought maybe his bat might keep him in the lineup, but Logan Shipman will take over. Shipman, second appearance here in the tournament. He pitched the first day of the tourney when the Docs lost 11-1 against Corvallis. He didn't record an out, gave up a run on 3 hits, hit one batter as well. So hopefully he'll have a bit of a sharper outing than his last here in the tournament. Docs need 1 out to get through this first inning. They trail by 4. It's the 9-hitter Toussaint Captour that'll bat, the left fielder. Runners on the edges, and the pitch is well outside for ball 1. 3 hits here in the first inning, 3 walks as well by Fletcher Coleman. And the Merchants have built a decent lead here early in the game. Good news, it is still early. Docs haven't even batted yet as the pitch is low, 2-0 count. Doc Stewart's put up 35 runs against the Merchants during the regular season in 3 games, so hopefully they can get some offensive production like that here today. Shipman misses high, and he falls behind against the 9-hitter, a 3-0 count for Captour. Top of the order, waiting on deck, that's Elliot Raton. Shipman works out of the stretch with runners at first and third and 2 down. The 3-0 pitch is high for ball 4. So the relief pitcher comes in and issues a walk on 4 straight pitches. And the bases are loaded once again for the Merchants.
Designated hitter, number 27, Elliot Raton.
At third base is Dash Griffin. Peyton Nash out at second base. Now Captour at first. And up to bat for a second time in the ballgame is Elliot Raton. We're still here in the top of the first. He takes a strike on the inside corner. So Shipman has found the strike zone.
Okay, thanks.
Over the plate, but high. A 1-1 count here for Raton. Shipman with the bases loaded behind him and 2 down will get Raton to foul one away for strike 2. Raton walked to start off the ball game and came around to score the first run for the Merchants. They've tacked on 3 more since then. Top 4 guys in the order, all reaching base and all coming around to score. Ground ball towards short. It will be Burke. A short throw to second base. Tegan Sprague is there for the putout. And that will get the Doc Stewarts out of things here in the first inning. but a lot of damage done. 4 runs come in for the Merchants here in the top of the first. We'll get to the Docs starting lineup when we head to the bottom of the first inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Back for the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Paxton Burke, the shortstop, leading off. Tegan Sprague at second base will bat second. Logan Anderson at third base, hitting third. Christian Corba, the center fielder, batting cleanup, followed by Danner Wirtz at first base. Fletcher Coleman, the pitcher, was scheduled to bat in the sixth spot. Looks like it'll be Logan Shipman instead, as they already have made a pitching change. Hayden Thompson, the left fielder, batting seventh. Mason Young, the catcher, hitting eighth. And in right field, Easton Bachmeyer rounds out the starting 9 for the Doc Stewarts. Defensively for Hillsdale in the matchup, Kieran Kelly behind the plate, Caden Cruz at first, Peyton Nash at second, Cam Hammer at third, and Spencer Ames at short on the left side of the diamond. In the outfield from left to right, Toussaint Captur, Jackson Poole, and Ian Colmer. They'll look to help out their starting pitcher, Elliot Backey on the mound. Right-hander delivers the first pitch in. It's fouled away by Burke, and we're underway here in the bottom of the first. That was your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Doc Stewarts and the defense for the Merchants. They lead it 4-0 after the top half of the first inning. Another ball fouled away by Burke, who has been found himself in a slump at the wrong time of the year. Back-to-back games, he has not gotten on base. That is the first time that's happened all summer. Leadoff man has been an on-base machine. The 0-2. Chops at one, sends it in the air left side, carrying towards the foul line, and it will just get out of play. Up against the foul line and up against the fence there. Cam Hammer trying to reach over to see if he could bring that one back, but Burke will stay at the plate with the 0-2 count. Just looking to try and set the table here, get himself and the team started here in the bottom of the first, trying to overcome a 4-0 deficit. They don't have to get it all at once, but it would be nice to chip away at it a bit. Burke hits one again in the air left side. Shallow left field. Calling for it will be Captur. Makes the catch for the first out. One away for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the first. That brings up Tegan Sprague. Sprague, the starting second baseman. Tegan stands in. Takes the first pitch for a strike from Backey. Tegan with a 300 on the nose batting average as he steps into the box here today. The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball hits the inside corner for a strike. 0-2. Backey on the mound. Starting off throwing some BBs here. Backey out of Lincoln High School, graduating this spring. The 0-2. Up the middle for Sprague, who continues to hit well this summer, and he will have the first hit in the game for the Doc Stewarts. A one-out single to center field, and the Docs have a man aboard, so they look to try and climb out of this 4-0 hole. Brings up Logan Anderson, the third baseman. Three hits in that first inning for Hillsdale, but they took advantage of 4 walks. Man at first for the Doc Stewarts with one out. Logan Anderson takes for ball 1. Backey committed to go to Lassen Community College. Found numbers that said his fastball sits in the low 80s. Misses outside, a 2-0 count against Anderson with Tegan Sprague at first. Logan coming into the game, batting .418 this summer. Good way for him to send himself off. As a pickoff throw, Sprague back in safely. Logan's final season in a Docs uniform here this year. His fourth summer with the Docs. 2-0 pitch is high and away from Backey. And it's a 3-0 count here for Logan. Bottom of the first inning, already a 4-0 lead for the Hillsdale Merchants in this elimination game. And ball 4 taken by Anderson. He'll find a way a base. Anderson draws the walk. First in the game for Backey. Runners at first and second. And the Doc Stewarts trying to see if they can take advantage of some opportunities here. We get a visit out to the mound for Coach Phil Johnson for the Hillsdale Merchants. They may be a short leash on Backey as well here today. They don't have a ton of guys in the dugout, but I'm sure they've got plenty that are available to pitch that could be out there on the diamond. Today's ball game has been brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. And, of course, your starting lineup's always brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Backey on the mound will face Christian Corba, the cleanup hitter for the Docs, and he misses outside on the first delivery. So the Docs trying to mount an answer to the 4 runs that Hillsdale scored in the top of the first inning. Corba takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. Out at second base, Tegan Sprague. Logan Anderson at first. A single and a walk have put 2 runners aboard with 1 out. Backey misses the outside corner. And Corba has himself a 2-1 count. Corba has hit some balls very hard here in this tournament. He'll take on another breaking ball that tails well away from the righty. Corba comes in hitting .368 on the summer. Yesterday's game, he had a laser beam that nearly took off the head of Hayden Grote, the pitcher. 3-1 pitch, low and outside, ball 4. And now we see Elliott Backey returning the favor. And the Doc Stewarts, some momentum with runners on every bag in the infield, and the bases loaded for Danner Wirtz with 1 out. Danner looking to try and connect on one here. Danner in 3 games against Hillsdale, batting .500. He was 6 for 12 with 2 doubles, 4 singles. Drove in 3 runs. It's a chance to try and keep that going against this team. He takes a strike on the low outside corner to start things off. A fastball there from Backey. They play Wirtz to pull the ball towards left field. That pitch well outside again. They've got Jackson Poole, the center fielder, well over towards the alley in left field. He now shifts a bit back towards straight up center. Not all the way, but shifts a bit. The 1-1 here to Danner. He fouls away a breaking ball at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. 4-0 lead for Hillsdale, but the Docs threatening here with 1 out. The bases are loaded. Danner Wirtz at the plate. The 5-hitter looking to try and get something going. If he could get a base knock here, the Doc Stewarts start to feel a bit more back in this ball game. The 1-2 from Backey. Off speed, Danner able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Breaking ball through the zone there. Danner able to slow his swing just a hair to get the barrel on that ball. Sends it back into the netting behind home. The base is juiced with one out. Backey will deliver. Ground ball right side, could be a chance at two. Bobbling and getting up to throw to first will be Peyton Nash. It's an RBI ground out for Danner Wirtz. It'll bring in a run, and the Doc Stewarts will answer at least a bit here in the first inning. Runners at second and third with two down. Coming in to score is Tegan Sprague, Logan Anderson up to third, Christian Corbett is second. And it'll bring up Logan Shipman, who will get to bat in the sixth spot in the lineup for Fletcher Coleman. Shipman will take high for ball one. Coleman did not make it out of the first inning, and they elect not to put him out there defensively, so his bat does not get a chance to come up around. Fletcher was batting .350 on the year at the plate. Shipman hitting .375. He sends one foul up and over the netting behind home. Shipman hitting .375, but he is 3 for 8 on the summer, so not a ton of at-bats for him. He does have a triple in those three hits. It's got a 1-1 count with two runners in scoring position. Docs trailing 4-1. On the mound, Backey will step off and ask for his catcher to cycle back through the signals. Back behind the plate, Kieran Kelly. The 1-1 pitch, high and away. Logan Anderson dancing around down at third base, trying to be a nuisance out there, see if he can get the Merchants to commit an error and allow him to score. And there's one that goes to the backstop. That'll easily bring in Logan Anderson, and the ball goes into the net, and they're not going to, are they going to let this ball keep going? They're going to put Corba back to third. The Docs nearly got two out of it. The ball got stuck in the netting on the railing behind home, and the catcher, Kieran Kelly, couldn't find it at first. Then he throws his hands up. Coach Cody Walton asking for, just to make sure everybody's on the same page on the ruling there. So it will score one on the wild pitch, and then they'll call it a dead ball. So Corba has to hold at third. So a wild pitch brings in a second run for the Docs. With two down here in the bottom of the first, they've cut the deficit in half. It's a 2-1 or 3-1 count. It is a 3-1 count for the batter, Logan Shipman. Backey delivers low for ball four, and Shipman will take a walk. So Logan Shipman gets on base for the Doc Stewarts with two outs. They'll bring in a runner for the pitcher at first.
Number 14, Hayden Thompson.
Molitor will run at first. Wade gets a chance to get in the ball game here. Third walk here in the first inning for Elliot Backey. So the game-tying run for the Docs is on at first with two down. Hayden Thompson will try to deliver, see if he can at least get the Docs within one. They trail 4-2, overcoming a 4-0 deficit here in the bottom of the first. They've cut it in half and gotten themselves back into this ball game. First pitch fouled away by Thompson, swinging away on a pitch on the inside corner off the handle. Backey's 0-1, swung on and missed, and Thompson's down 0-2. Docs have at least gotten themselves a little bit of positive momentum after a somber start to this game. You can hear the chatter coming from the dugout. The 0-2 to Thompson, high and away. He lays off. Hayden Thompson scored the game-winning run yesterday on a base hit by Amos Bowers. He's hitting .227 on the summer. The 1-2. He goes opposite field down the line. If that's fair, that's a lot of trouble. That's a fair ball. It's into the corner. It will get out of play. It's a ground rule double for Thompson. They're going to have to hold him up at second, and stopping at third will be Wade Molitor as Hayden Thompson gets the Docs within a run. An RBI double that bounces over the fence and into the bullpen down the right field line, and the Doc Stewarts have gotten this one back within reach. Thompson at second, and you've got Molitor running for Shipman at third. And coming in to score was Christian Corba. They do have activity going in the bullpen for Hillsdale now. Ground rule double for Hayden Thompson. And about the same spot that Tegan Sprague hit the first home run of the season for the Doc Stewarts, an inside the park home run in that right field corner. Up to bat will be Mason Young. He takes a strike. All right, now the game starts. Kind of back to where we were after a sluggish start to this ball game here. 4-3 our score. Young will take low and inside. Doc's not done yet. They've got two in scoring position, trying to see if they can tie it up or take a lead. The 1-1 from Backey. Ooh. That one stretching the top of the strike zone, and it's a 1-2 count. Backey. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Misses high. Tried to go back around that same spot, throwing the breaking ball this time. See if we can get Young to chase something that was called a strike before. A 2-2 pitch here for Mason. Molitor at third. There is strike three. Young watches a breaking ball in the outside corner. So the Doc Stewarts unable to tie it up. They'll leave two in scoring position, but most importantly, they get themselves back into this ball game. They'll score 3 runs here in the first inning, and it's 4-3 as we head to the top of the second. We got a whole new ball game after just 1 inning to play. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
All right, everybody, take a deep breath, gather yourself. It was not the start that either pitching staff wanted, but we have got ourselves a tight one here. 4-3 our score. The Hillsdale Merchants ahead by a run as we start the top of the second inning. Today's game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. Hillsdale with 4 in the first, Docs with 3 in the bottom of the first. This game feels a whole lot different than it did 20 minutes ago when the Docs couldn't seemingly throw a strike and fell down by 4 runs. First pitch, strike 1 to Ian Colmer, who had a single through the left side in his first at-bat. He bats for a second time in the ballgame here in the second. He sends one right side. That will get down and get by Easton Bachmeyer. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Extra bases for Colmer here. He's going to take a turn and head for third. A throw across to third base will not get there in time. Backing up the play is the left fielder Hayden Thompson. Triple on the play for Colmer to right field. It got on to Bachmeyer in a hurry out in right field. Initially, it looked like he might have thought about trying to come in and try to make the catch, see if he could get to it. Then he had to slow up, tried to play it on the hop, and it was out of his reach. And the ball rolls to the wall in right field. So base knock there, 4th in the ball game for the Merchants. They've got a runner at third base with nobody out. Outside for Logan Shipman, ball 1 to Spencer Ames, the lefty at the plate. The shortstop walked his first time up, scored a run. Strike called on the corner, 1-1 count. Yesterday, the Merchants lost to the Barbers 16-6 in 6 innings. Merchants actually led 3-2 after 2 innings in that one, but the Barbers just would not stop. So 1-1 pitch fouled away. The Barbers scored 6 runs in the bottom of the second to pull ahead 8-3, and then scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th to get to the 10-run mercy rule. Hillsdale used 5 pitchers yesterday. Pitch is low, 2-2 now for Shipman. So I'm not sure exactly how that all plans out for their pitching staff and who may or may not be available, but they did have to use a lot of arms yesterday. 2-2 count. Shipman will just miss the outside corner. Good spot on that pitch. Couldn't get Ames to chase after it. Full count. There's ball 4. Second walk issued for Shipman. Runners on the corners. Ames for a second time. Draws a walk. Ian Colmer at third after his leadoff triple. Caden Cruz will come up to bat. Caden Cruz walked in his first at-bat, and that brought in a run to give the Merchants a 1-0 lead at the time. He'll get a hold of one, a sharp ground ball through the left side. It'll be picked up by Thompson. A run will score. Cruz on with an RBI single, and it is a 5-3 lead. The Merchants in front with runners still on the corners and nobody out. That ball had a little gusto behind it as it ripped through the left side of the infield.
Catcher, number 3.
So Cruz gets his first hit in the game. First to third for Ames. Coming in to score was Colmer. And up to bat will be Kieran Kelly, who had an infield single that drove in a run in the first inning. The numbers on Fletcher Coleman, we can get those for you here in a moment. Starting pitcher did not get out of the first inning. Shipman delivers outside, ball 1 here for Kieran Kelly. Fletcher Coleman, 2/3 of an inning, gives up 4 runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, no strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch for Shipman with runners on the corners. Gets a swing and a miss with his off speed. Here at Harry and David Field in Medford, site for the state tournament as well as the Northwest Regional. That'll be coming up August 5th through the 9th. 91 degrees here, game time temperature. 1-1, low and inside. A 2-1 count for the 5-hitter Kelly. Might be right around our high temperature for the afternoon here in the low 90s today. There is a strong breeze blowing in from left field right now. 2-1 pitch is high for Shipman, a 3-1 count. Docs have Logan Schwert, I do believe, throwing in the bullpen. We saw some activity in the bullpen for the Merchants in the first inning as well. 3-1 pitch, ball 4, and there's another walk. So that is now 6 walks that the Docs have issued. And we haven't even recorded an out here in the second inning. Going to bring in the courtesy runner once again for the catcher.
Shortstop, number 2,
That's
Cam Hammer.
going to be
Runner at first base is number 6,
Griffin
Max
again.
Griffin.
Dash, the class of 2030 product, used as a runner here. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. If that sounds familiar, you are not wrong. First base swinging away here for Cam Hammer, the third baseman, fouls one off. Hammer had a sac fly in the first inning. He gets another chance at an RBI opportunity with the bases loaded. 1 run in so far here in the second for the Merchants. Another ball fouled up in the air, right side. It will carry out of play. And Hammer's behind 0-2. Facing Logan Shipman for the first time. Doc's playing with Wirtz in front of the runner at first. Everybody else playing back a bit. And that ball is looped down the right field side. That's a fair ball. It bounces off the wall in right field, then off the foot for Bachmeyer. This is going to be a bases clearing triple for Cam Hammer as he slides in head first. And 3 runs will come in to score for the Merchants. They build an 8-3 lead. That ball just landed on the chalk line down the right field line. It kicked off the fence and kicked out towards Bachmeyer, but he couldn't field it cleanly. He was actually in a pretty good spot to be able to get that ball on the ricochet. But it goes off of his glove, off of his foot, and trickles away. 3 runs come in to score on the triple by Hammer. And it's once again a big lead. And there's a ball to the backstop. Another run will come in. And it's now 9-3. And we've got Coach Cody Walton coming out. Well, it has not been the highlight that the Docs were hoping on the mound here in this one. 5 runs have come in the second inning against Logan Shipman, and the Doc Stewarts look like they are making a pitching change here. They're going to call for the bullpen, and the Doc Stewarts find themselves trailing 9-3. It's now a 6-run deficit after trailing by 4 in the first inning. They cut it down to a 1-run game. Now they're down by 6. Another pitching change, third arm used today for the Doc Stewarts. It's Logan Schwert that'll get a shot. We'll see if he can get some outs for us here in the second inning. On 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Well, if anything's going to be a consolation prize here today, it's that the Docs trailed 4-0 after the top half of the first inning and then made it a 1-run ball game. So still chances in this game to come for the Stewies. But right now they have dug themselves another deep hole to try and climb out of. They trail by a score of 9-3. They will bring in Logan Schwert to take over on the mound, the southpaw out of South Umpqua. Schwert will come in for Logan Shipman, who goes just a third of an inning. He got the final out in the first, has not recorded an out here in the second. All 5 batters that have come up here in the second inning reaching base and coming in to score. Doc Stewart's Baseball of the Day is brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyway Travel. Make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. 9-3 the score. We're in the top of the second. That is 12 runs. We haven't even recorded an out here in the second inning. First pitch is a strike for Jackson Poole. Lefty-lefty battle here. Schwert. Will miss low. I believe that evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Oh, no, it's 2-1. That's right. Shipman had the throw that got away that allowed a runner to score. So it is a 2-2 count now as a ball fouled away by Poole. 2-2 count. Schwert with nobody on and nobody out. Gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Logan Schwert will come in and strike out the lefty Jackson Poole. First out here in the second. Peyton Nash will come up to bat. Schwert on the summer, thrown 15 innings, making his 10th appearance. He actually has a 4-1 record. He has been advantageous coming in relief and picking up some wins. He does have a 4.67 ERA. He issues one over the plate for a strike. 11 walks, only 4 strikeouts. Now make it 5 on the summer for Stewart. The 0-1 pitch. Low and inside. It's a 9-3 lead for the Hillsdale Merchants in an elimination game for both sides. Ground ball fouled away left side down the third base line. Peyton Nash, an RBI single his first time up back in the first inning. 10 hitters came to the plate in that first inning for Hillsdale. A 1-2 count. Off the hands, soft fly ball towards second base. Tegan Sprague will handle it. And there's 2 away. So Stewart comes in and he has settled this one down. He's gotten the first 2 batters for outs, and now it's Toussaint Captour that will get a look at him for the first time. Captour will have a quick conversation with Coach Phil Johnson before he steps in to bat. So with 2 down and nobody on, Stewart trying to get a 1-2-3 outing here. Needs one more out to make it 3 straight as he tries to keep the Docs from letting this one get any further out of hand. They trail 9-3. Docs able to muster out 3 runs in that first inning to make it a 1-run ball game, but they give them all back and more here in the second. First pitch, off speed, in for a strike. Stewart is a crafty lefty. Not an overly hard thrower, but he gets some good movement on his pitches. Comes in at an interesting angle. Ball lifted out towards left field. Will get down for a base knock. Out in left. Hayden Thompson will collect it. So unable to get 3 straight. Stewart gives up a single to the 9-hitter. And we go back to the top of the order for Elliot Rayton. Rayton is the 9th hitter up to bat here in the second inning. He bats with a man at first with 2 down. 7th hit in the game for the Merchants. First pitch, a strike to Rayton. 0-1 count. Rayton is already 0 for 1 in the game with 2 at-bats, and it's just the top of the second. Fouls off a pitch for strike 2. He came up to bat twice in the first inning, walked, scored a run, and then had a fielder's choice on a ground ball to shortstop that resulted in the final out of the first inning. The 0-2 pitch, he'll loop out towards left field. That ball gets down in foul territory. Out in left field, Hayden Thompson will jump the fence to get the baseball. And then, I don't know if it got away from him or he found a different ball out in the outfield. I'm not sure where that ball came from, but 0-2 count. It's a 6-run deficit for the Docs, and Stewart trying to make sure it does not get any worse. Got a man at first with 2 down. The 0-2 breaking ball is outside. For the Doc Stewarts in the second inning, it'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. Stewart misses high and away. Docs sent 8 hitters to the plate in the bottom of the first inning, trying to come back from that 4-0 hole. The 2-2 runner going, and it's a line drive to left field for a base knock. Thompson will handle it out in left. And it's a back-to-back singles with 2 outs here in the second inning for the Merchants. And they will bat through their order for a second time in the ball game. Here in the second inning, a 10th hitter will come up to bat, much like the first inning. It's Ian Colmer who will bat for a second time this frame. He hits with 2 runners on and 2 down. Colmer led off the second inning with a triple to right field. Takes the first pitch for ball one. Colmer is already 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored in the ball game. 9-3 the score in favor of the Merchants. Off speed over the plate is fouled away for a 1-1 count. Second game of the day. Earlier today, the Corvallis Marketmen were eliminated from the tournament by the Eugene Challengers. 1-1 pitch. Line drive shot off the glove for Sprague at second base. A runner's heading for a home. Corba will send it to hold the runner at second. And coming in to score will be Captur on a line drive shot that just was off the edge into the glove for Tegan Sprague. An RBI single for Colmer. His third hit in the game, his first RBI.
Shortstop, number 1.
And it's now 10-3. Hillsdale in front. Still runners at first and second. Stewart misses outside to the lefty Spencer Ames, who has walked twice in the ball game and scored both times. This could either be an extremely disappointing end of the season for the Docs or be quite the wild ball game we're in store for here today. There is still a lot of baseball to play, so don't write the end of this book just yet, but the Docs do have it in them. This is going to be a wild one here today. A 1-1 count for Stewart. Pop up. Might be playable for Young behind the plate, racing back to the screen. That one will get out of play. Ames with a 1-2 count. 2 down, runners at first and second. 6 runs have come in here in the second inning for Hillsdale. Ames back to the plate. Spencer Ames in one game against the Doc Stewarts was 2 for 3. This is his third at-bat, and he's not even finished the second inning. Runners are going. They've got the hit and run on. A ground ball knocked down by Sprague. Throw to first is thrown towards the dugout, and that'll be an error for the Doc Stewarts, and another run will score. The runner in front of Sprague might have disrupted his focus for a moment. And then he tried to rush the throw to first and airmailed it past Danner. And a run comes in to score, runners moving up. So Ames reaches on an error and then moves to second on a second error in this one. 2 errors on that play, and a run scores. It's 11-3. Strike called on the first pitch now to Caden Cruz. Cruz will take low, a 1-1 count. You had Ian Colmer running between first and second, and he kind of hopped around the ball or had a hesitation step, and don't know if that disrupted Sprague. Ground ball through the legs for Burke, and it's into left field. 2 more runs will score. Well, we came into this ball game saying if the Docs play the way that we know they can, good things could happen. This is not the way this team has been playing all season long. So that will be another error for the Doc Stewarts. Right through the legs for Burke at second base. So Ian Colmer came in to score. Ames came in to score. And up to bat now is Kieran Kelly. Runner at first. It is now a ball in the dirt that gets away from Mason Young, and up to second base will go Cruz. Wild pitch. So Kieran Kelly with a 1-0 count and a man at second base. It is 13-3. And Docs with 3 errors, all of them here in this second inning. Ball fouled away. Out at second base is Caden Cruz. Stewart came in, got 2 outs right away, and now has not been able to get the final out. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes here for Kelly. Stewart got first 2 outs and then single, error. And 3 runs have scored against Stewart. Runner going, the ball lifted high in the air to left field. Playable for either Burke or Thompson. It'll be Burke to call off Hayden. The shortstop makes the grab, and the Docs are done here in the second inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs coming in to score here in the second inning. It's 13-3. Docs behind the 8 ball, heading to the bottom of the second here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1498.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Well, the Doc Stewarts will try to see if they can mount another comeback after trailing 4-0. They got within a run at 4-3 at the end of the first inning, but now they give up 9 runs in the second, and they find themselves down 13-3. Joey Kieran here with you at Harry and David Field. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. 9-1-2 coming up for the Doc Stewarts. Elliot Backey might have thought his day was going to be done after a tough first inning. He faced 8 batters. He walked 3, gave up a couple of hits, and gave up a 4-0 lead. Left the first inning with a 4-3 lead. Now he's on top by 10, even bigger, so he gets to stay in the game here and is probably just asked to go out and throw some strikes. Let's see if we can get this moving here. This game has been underway for an hour, and we're only in the bottom of the second. Docs have used 3 arms on their side. A strike called. It's Easton Bachmeyer leading things off for the Stewies. An 0-2 count. And that pitch high and inside on a breaking ball for Backey. Docs yesterday, Amos Bowers with the walk-off single in the bottom of the 7th, scoring Hayden Thompson. Exciting finish to that day. As Bachmeyer takes strike 3. So there is 1 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Elliot Backey. Might be hard to remember how long ago it was there, but Mason Young finished out the first inning with a strikeout. Now Bachmeyer a strikeout. That's back-to-back there for Backey, and it is high and away. Ball 1 for Paxton Burke. Yesterday, Tegan Sprague was 2 for 3 with a home run, highlighting at the plate, along with Bowers, who had the game-winning hit. Burke will take outside, a 2-0 count. Danner Wirtz, a heck of a performance on the mound yesterday. 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs. Pitched a complete game. It's a ground ball right side for Burke. He'll hustle down the line. The ball fielded and thrown to first by Peyton Nash for the second out. And the struggles for Paxton Burke, they're a head-scratcher. He has not looked like this all season, but he does not have a single time on base in this tournament. He is now a combined 0 for 8 in the tourney. He's put the ball in play every time. He has just not been able to reach base. 2 down. Tegan Sprague will come up to bat. Sprague 1 for 1 in the game, a single in the first inning. Here in the bottom of the second, it's a 10-run lead for the Merchants. Sprague will foul off a breaking ball for strike one. Merchants in their dugout, at least their coaching staff, can start counting outs a bit here with a 10-run lead. They would only need to get through the bottom of the fifth if they can keep that 10-run lead intact. Sprague will stand back in with an 0-1 count after the foul ball. Takes a strike for an 0-2 count. Sprague taking his time outside the box will settle himself to dig back in and look to try and protect with an 0-2 count. Check swing, pokes one toward second base. Peyton Nash fielded on one hop and will retire Sprague at first. Well, that's exactly what the Hillsdale Merchants needed there. A 1-2-3 frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. They keep their 10-run lead intact. They are up 13-3 as we head to the top of the third on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Doc Stewart will make another pitching change here in this one, and they make some defensive changes. Logan Anderson is going to go to second base. Moves over from third. Amos Bowers will enter the game to play third base. That's a new spot for him here this summer. And the new man on the mound is going to be Tegan Sprague for the Docs. Sprague will try to keep this game from getting any further out of control than it is right now. So Logan Schwartz exits the game. Bowers will come in his spot. And the Doc Stewarts will try to see if they can keep this game no worse than the 10-run deficit and see if they can dig their way out of it. Tegan Sprague will take over.
Top of the third to the Merchants, leading off is the shortstop, number 2, Cam Hammer.
So Cam Hammer leads things off. He is 1 for 1 in the game. He's got 4 RBI, a sac fly in the first, and a 3-run triple in the second. And he takes low for ball 1. Docs pitchers have issued 6 walks already in this one. Sprague's 1-0 pitch. Misses the inside corner. Strike zone has been tight. A 2-0 count. Sprague gets a ground ball. Tapper, third base side, goes foul for Hammer. So far, the Merchants have batted through the order twice in the ball game. As we start the third, they have already started their third time through the order. But they have not seen one pitcher finish out a full rotation through the order. Make that a 3-1 count now for leadoff man. A ball over the plate, hit well out towards the alley in right center. It will get down, and Hammer's got another extra base hit to add to his triple back in the second. He'll have a double here in the third. A leadoff double for the Merchants. Jackson Poole 0 for 2 in this game. He is the only member of the lineup that has not reached base so far today. 10 hits now in the ball game for the Merchants. Jackson Poole, the left-handed center fielder, or left-handed batting center fielder, takes low and inside from Tegan Sprague. So Logan Schwert pitched 1 inning in relief. He gave up 2 hits. It's a ground ball, dribbler shortstop. Burke will field, throws over to first, and a long hop gets away from Danner. It'll get by, and everybody will be safe on the bases. Up to third base goes Hammer. Burke makes a nice backhand play, but his short hop, a long hop there at first base, but so we're ruling a hit and then an error that allows the runner to advance. Well, Poole either way on base for the first time here today. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Hillsdale not relenting. Peyton Nash 1 for 2 today with an RBI single in his first at-bat. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Wind really starting to pick up, blowing in from left field. The 0-1 hits the outside corner. Out in front here for Tegan Sprague, who is the third man, make that the fourth man on the mound for the Doc Stewarts today. Ground ball towards short. Burke gets it to Anderson, over to Wirtz. A run will score, but a double play for the Doc Stewarts. An RBI for Nash. No RBI, yes. But a run does score. Hammer comes in. A 6-4-3 double play. Brings up Toussaint Captour. It's now 14-3 with 2 down here in the top of the third. The Merchants have scored in every inning so far. Captour will take high and inside, ball 1. Sprague will just miss the strike zone, falls behind 2-0. So Fletcher Coleman went 2/3 of an inning. Logan Shipman pitches 1/3 of an inning. Logan Schwert gets 1 inning of work. They all get touched up for runs, multiple runs in this game. 2-0 pitch, misses inside for Sprague, a 3-0 count. Coleman gave up 4. Shipman gives up 6. Schwert gave up 3, but they are not all earned runs. There's ball 4. 4-pitch walk issued to the 9-hitter. Top of the order will come up again. Second walk in the game for Toussaint Captour, who has been on base twice in this one. Now make it 3 times. 7th walk issued by the Docs in this one. $11 hits total for the Merchants. The man at first and 2 down. Sprague, first pitch, down the left field side. It's a foul ball for Elliot Rayton. Got around on the inside pitch, pulled it just a hair too much. Got a good solid swing on it, but ends up in foul territory out in left field. Docs did make an outfield change, it looks like, in right field. Ball lifted out towards right center. They were shading him towards left field, and Rayton will poke it to the alley in right center. I believe that is Wade Molitor that has taken over defensively in right. The relay throw going to third base. The slide is in time. Rayton will get in with a triple. Another run scores for the Merchants. They had him shaded towards left field, so a long run to go for both Christian Corba and the right fielder, who I believe is Wade Molitor. Going to take a look, get confirmation there. So Easton Bachmeyer had come out of the game. Wade Molitor taking over in right. 2 more runs here in this third inning for the Merchants as they cannot be quieted. And a ball fouled away on the first pitch to Ian Colmer. 12 hits in this one. Four of those 12 hits have been for extra bases, including a couple of triples. 0-1 pitch for Sprague. Breaking ball for a strike. Colmer 3 for 3 in this ball game. He's got 2 singles and a triple. He's scored 3 times and has an RBI. Strike 3 called. Sprague will get him. Colmer watches one on the outside corner. So the Doc Stewarts, for the first time in the ball game, will not let the Merchants bat through their order, but they add 2 more runs here in this one, and they lead it now 15-3. Docs got to get the motor running here soon as they trail by 12 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the Hillsdale Merchants will make a pitching change with a 12-run lead. They're going to bring in Logan Anzalotti, the Central Catholic product, graduating class of 2025, spent the spring at Lane Community College, where he made 13 appearances and had a 6.43 ERA. Elliot Backey comes out of the game after 2 innings, allowing 3 runs on 2 hits. He walked 3 and struck out a pair. For the Doc Stewarts, it's Logan Anderson to lead things off, now playing at second base. He takes a rip at the first pitch and fouls it back for strike 1. Anzalotti did pitch earlier in the tournament. He threw 10 pitches in his only appearance so far here at State. Gets a swing and a miss out of Anderson for strike 2. Anzalotti, in his senior year at Central Catholic, was named the Mount Hood Conference Pitcher of the Year back in 2025. He had a 1-1 record at Lane during the spring in 21 innings of work. He had 26 strikeouts and 10 walks. He's got an 0-2 count against Anderson, and will start off the frame with a strikeout. Anderson watching the strike on the outside corner. Anzalotti comes in, punches out the first man, and it is now Christian Corba who will come up to bat. Corba walked in the first inning. 15-3 for the Doc Stewarts. They trail in this one. Low and outside for Anzalotti. 1-0 count for Corba. Winner of this one moving on to face the loser between the Tigard Barbers and the Medford Mustangs. Corba rips one off the glove at third base for Cam Hammer. A line drive shot that he got the leather on but could not squeeze it. Corba's on base with a hit. And the Doc Stewarts, with their 3rd hit in the ball game, have a man aboard.
First baseman number 23, Tanner Wirtz.
Corba continues to hit the cover off the ball here this summer. Man, really look forward to watching him continue to grow as a hitter. after just his freshman year of high school. Danner Wirtz, an RBI ground out in the first inning with the bases loaded. He'll send one opposite field. It's going to be caught by a diving Ian Colmer in right field. A do-or-die play. If he doesn't make that grab, it rolls into the corner, and Corba might have a chance to score from first, but he snags one and steals it away from Danner. There's 2 down on a nice defensive play in right field. Amos Bowers will be the second man to bat in the 6th spot in the lineup. Check swing, couldn't hold up on a breaking ball for strike 1.
Third baseman, number 11, Amos Bowers.
Bowers takes over in that spot for Logan Shipman, who drew a walk. Bowers takes a strike. Fletcher Coleman started in that spot but did not even get a chance to bat as he did not make it through the first inning as the pitcher. He faced 9 batters and had given up 4 runs. 0-2 count for Bowers. Takes in the dirt, a 1-2 count. Bowers had the game-winning hit yesterday. He comes into today's contest with a .314 batting average on the summer. And what sounds like it could be his final time putting on a uniform and stepping on a baseball field. The 1-2 is outside, 2-2 count this summer, that is. Does not have plans to try to pursue playing baseball at the college level. Said in our interview this season that plans to try and get a job after he's done this summer, maybe find a trade. So he'll hit one, a dribbler towards third base. Tough play, bare hand throw to first is high, and on safely is Amos Bowers, who did kind of grab at his leg a little bit there. He's been rehabbing and coming back from a knee injury, but he's going to stay on at first base as Amos Bowers will have a hit in his first at-bat in this one, a little infield chopper, and he's on at first. Up to second base goes Corba. 2 down, runners at first and second. Can the Docs mount a 2-out rally to try and at least make this game a little bit closer? Long way to go to try and make up a 12-run deficit, but you got to start somewhere. Up to bat will be Hayden Thompson, the left fielder. Thompson will take high for ball 1. Mason Young on deck, the catcher for the Doc Stewarts. The 1-0 pitch here for Thompson. Grounds it left side. It'll get through. Hayden Thompson 2 for 2 in the game. They put the brakes on and hold Corba at third. The Docs will have the bases loaded for Mason Young. Logan Anzalotti on the mound gives up his 3rd hit, all of them singles here in this 3rd inning as he came on in relief. Bowers makes his way to second. Corba stopping at third. Thompson now 2 for 2 in the ballgame with an RBI double back in the first, and now a single here in the 3rd. 5 hits in the ballgame for the Stewies. Mason Young trying to make it 6. He hits one in the air towards right field. Looks playable for Ian Colmer. Drifting back, he'll run underneath it. Makes the grab to retire the side. Docs leave him loaded. And we'll still trail by 12 as we head to the 4th inning. No runs on 3 hits. There were no errors. And 3 runners left on base. 15-3. We head to the top of the 4th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Well, not an ideal spot to be in right now for your Roseburg Dock Stewarts, trailing 15-3 against the Hillsdale Merchants. Docks hopefully will continue to fight till their final out. We'll see if they've got any sort of spark left in them after a tough way to get this ball game started. Joey Kieran here with you at Harry and David in Medford. Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop, and by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. I want to remind everybody that we do those player interviews throughout the entire season. And all of our player interviews have been conducted and posted online on our YouTube channel. So if you missed any of those player interviews, want to listen to them again or share them around, please do so. It's a ground ball right side, scooped up by Logan Anderson, and that'll retire Spencer Ames to start things here in the fourth inning. Ames pulling one on the right side against Tegan Sprague, laying out for it. Logan out there, snags it, and gets the throw to first base for the out. One away. Caden Cruz will bat. Cruz is 1 for 2 in this game. Chops one towards third base on a shorthand. The backhand play attempt by Bowers, who's not an everyday third baseman out there. Tried to make a play on a backhand short hop. Are we calling that a hit? Okay, I was thinking the same thing. Base hit there for Caden Cruz on an infield single. Tough play to be made. And you also, it doesn't necessarily factor into a hit or an error, but do take into account the fact that Amos Bowers is not an everyday third baseman. Usually he's by trade a catcher, but because of his knee injury, the crouching is not really something he wants to be doing for a couple hours. Strike taken, a breaking ball from Sprague, gets across for against Kieran Kelly. But again, about our player interviews, we have interviewed all of the guys that we will be doing here throughout the season. So those are all up online. Go check those out. It's always fun to sit down and talk to the players, get to know a little bit more about them, find out kind of their goals for the summer and how they feel like things have been going, their favorite moments from the summer. So they're always a good, fun listen. Only a 5, 6, 7 minutes on those interviews. So tune in, take a listen. There's a strike across. Again, you can find those on our YouTube channel. That's 1490 The Score on YouTube. Find them there. And again, listen, watch them, share them around, save them, whatever you want to do. Kieran Kelly at the plate with a 1-2 count, 1 out and a man at first here in the fourth inning. Hillsdale leading at 15-3 against the Dock Stewarts. Tegan Sprague on the mound. Missing just a bit low on the outside corner. No defensive changes here in the fourth inning for the Docks. They stick with the guys they had out there in the last half inning. Molitor taking over in right. Bowers coming in to take over at third as Anderson moving to second. 2-2 pitch from Sprague. Poked into the netting behind home for a foul ball to keep the at-bat alive here for Kelly. Coming up later today, it will be the battle of the unbeatens, the Barbers and the Mustangs. They will be coming up tonight at 7 o'clock here at Harry and David Field. And the winner of that one advances to play for a title. They know they'll be playing on Wednesday for a championship, one way or the other. You've got the courtesy runner at first base, and actually be a pinch runner at first base for Caden Cruz. 2-2 pitch is hit through the left side. Base knock for Kieran Kelly, his second in the game. The runner that took over at first base was Dash Griffin, and he moves up to second base on the single by Kelly, who's on at first. With 1 out, runners at first and second. Up the bat will be Cam Hammer, who has a double and a triple in this one. He's got one of 3 three-baggers in this game for the Merchants. He's also driven in 4 runs. Drove in 3 with a bases-loaded triple back in the second. Takes a strike. 0-1 count to begin. We're here in the top of the fourth. 15-3. The Merchants in front of the Doc Stewarts. Sprague delivers the 0-1. Inside, almost gets him, but it just misses that front elbow for Cam Hammer. A ball and a strike. Doc's looking for a ground ball here. It's high, 2-1 count. The Medford Mustangs, 2 hours ahead of their game tonight against the Barbers, are out in the Doc's bullpen down the left field side out there swinging their bats, getting ready for their time in the cage today. 2-1 count here. A little surprised they're out there taking all that. I looked down there to see if the Docs maybe had anybody throwing right now, and nope, it's a bullpen filled with guys swinging baseball bats and for the Medford Mustangs out that direction. They are getting an early start on it here with their game coming up at 7. Pitch low and inside. That'll be a 3-1 count. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score. Three-one pitch here for Sprague. Instead, he spins and looks back to second base. No throw that direction on the move. 2 on, 1 out, a 3-1 count at the plate for Cam Hammer. And that's ball 4. So the bases will be loaded for the Merchants. A walk by Sprague, his second. And Jackson Poole will come up to bat. Poole with a infield single. Beat out the throw to first base by Paxton Burke, and then the throw got by. Poole was the last man to reach base for the Merchants for the first time. Check swing on a pitch inside. No appeal made by the Doc Stewarts. It'll be a 1-0 count. Poole was 0 for 2 to start out the game. Finally got on base in his third at-bat in the third inning. Strike, 1-1. The Docs will have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up in the fourth inning. I believe that means we'll see Wade Molitor bat for the first time. His ball fouled away. Strike 2 here for Poole. Jackson Poole at the plate. Quick visit out to the mound for Mason Young. On deck is Peyton Nash, the second baseman. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the fourth inning. Sprague on the mound with the bases loaded behind him. 1 out. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Jackson Poole strike out for a second time in the ball game. Second strikeout for Tegan Sprague. Big second out for the Doc Stewarts here in the fourth inning.
Second baseman, number 19, Peyton Nash.
It's a 12-run deficit. They're looking to try and keep it no more than that, but the Merchants have scored in every inning so far. Sprague is trying to see if he can put up a scoreless frame. Misses high for ball 1. Sprague took over in the third inning, gave up a couple of runs. His 1-0 pitch, fouled off. Gets to a 1-1 count here against the 8-hitter Nash. Nash had a single in the first inning that drove in a run. Grounded one through the left side. The 1-1 pitch to him here. The base is loaded and 2 down. Breaking ball, looked like a pretty good pitch, misses low. Docs down to their final 6 outs unless they can start piling up some runs. 2-1 pitch here for Sprague is outside, and it's a 3-1 count. Now they do still need to get one more out here in the top of the fourth inning. 3-1 count. Nash at the plate will take a strike. A walk would have brought in a run. Sprague able to work one across the plate to keep this at-bat going, keep the runners on their bases. He's got a full count pitch. Runners will be moving on the delivery home. Sprague will set, working out of the stretch, deliver a payoff pitch. There go the runners, and that is ball 4. Third walk issued by Tegan Sprague. This one results in an RBI. Second in the game for Peyton Nash. Coming in to score, Caden Cruz. Actually, it was Griffin that came in to score running for him. So it is 16-3 now. Toussaint Captour will bat. Bases still loaded with 2 down. Takes it inside for ball 1. So 1 run in so far here in the 4th inning for the Merchants. Another pitch over the plate but high. Bases are still loaded. You've got Kieran Kelly at third. Cam Hammer at second. Peyton Nash at first. High and inside, a 3-0 count for Sprague. That is still Kieran Kelly running for himself out at third base. Catcher had normally been getting a courtesy runner, but not this time around. Sprague a 3-0 pitch. Another ball forward to bring in a run. Captour has walked 3 times. This time he picks up an RBI. Kieran Kelly comes in to score. Docs have a lefty thrown in the bullpen. I can only imagine that that's Quinn Gaylor. It is. Gaylor's out there throwing. Today's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. 2 runs have scored here in the 4th inning. It is a 14-run lead for the Merchants. We're going to get some sort of defensive change here, or excuse me, offensive change. New batter coming up at the top of the order for Elliot Rayton. That is going to be
number 8, Thurston Gilchrist.
That is Thurston Gilchrist that'll bat. Gilchrist gets a hold of one out towards right field, but it's played by Wade Molitor, and that will be the final out here in the 4th inning. And 8 hitters to the plate. 2 runs come in for the Merchants. They've scored in every inning so far. They lead it big. 17-3 our score going to the bottom of the 5th. Or make that bottom of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Come back here for the bottom of the fourth inning where the Doc Stewarts trail by 14 against the Hillsdale Merchants, who are taking out some frustrations maybe from the regular season, losing 3 times against the Docs. Doc Stewarts will have Wade Molitor to start things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. His first at-bat. He takes over for Easton Bachmeyer out in right field. Now gets a chance to swing it. Wade will take that and swing at the first pitch, foul it away. Molitor, not a lot of ABs here this summer. Mainly been used as a pitcher. Check swing. Did he hold up? They'll check down at third base, and the ruling is yes, he did. For Molitor this summer, he has had 20 plate appearances, 17 at-bats, hit batting 176. He takes for ball 2 from Logan Anzalotti. Wade, the youngster that'll be a freshman next year at Roseburg High School. 1-1. Pops it up. Shallow left field. And underneath it is the shortstop, Spencer Ames, for the first out. Top of the order, Paxton Burke coming up to bat for a third time. Today's game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Check them out. That's Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Paxton, 0 for 2 on the day. Will take high for ball 1. Paxton getting ready to head off to Lewis Clark State College. Go play for the Warriors next year after graduating from Roseburg High. The switch hitter takes low and inside, a 2-0 count. Going to be exciting to see what he can do at the college level. Excited for him and his upcoming opportunity and experiences. He gets underneath one, belts it high in the air out towards right field, but it will hang up long enough for Ian Colmer to run underneath it. Burke put a charge into that one, just not quite enough here in the cavernous Harry and David field. There's 2 away. I think Burke might have been at the plate looking to try and see if he could get a hold of one there, and he got one, just not quite enough. That'll be the second out, and up to bat, Tegan Sprague, the pitcher now for the Doc Stewarts. Anzalotti, first pitch, pounded in the dirt and dribbled down the third base side foul for Tegan Sprague, who is 1 for 2 in the game. Docs with 5 hits in this one, Tegan with 1 of them. Hayden Thompson has 2 of them. But the Docs are trailing 17-3. It is 14 hits on the other side for the Merchants. Strike called, an 0-2 count quickly here for Tegan Sprague as Anzalotti looks to try and get the Docs in order here. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder up the middle, past the glove for Anzalotti. Sliding attempt by Peyton Nash. And it's a base hit up the middle for Tegan Sprague. Right back up the middle, past the pitcher, spinning to try and get a glove on it. Sliding second baseman attempt, unable to get a glove on it. And Tegan Sprague will have his second hit in the ball game. He's on with 2 outs. 6th hit in the contest for the Docs now. Logan Anderson, 0 for 1 in the game. Struck out looking against Anzalotti his first time up. Walked in his first at-bat. That was against the starting pitcher, Elliot Backey. Anderson will take a strike. As it stands right now, it looks like the Merchants will play the loser of the Barbers and Medford tomorrow. As Anderson pokes one right side, and it is good enough to get into right field for a base hit. Anderson will have a hit here in his 3rd trip to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Doc Stewart's add another one. They've got 7 hits, have not scored since the first inning. We'll see if Christian Corba can change that. Corba 1 for 1 in the game. A single in his last at-bat, walked in his first. Docs need to score 5 runs to keep this game going past the 5th as it stands right now. High and inside, 1-0 count for Corba. Tomorrow the games are going to be played at 3 and 7 o'clock. The winner of this one currently scheduled to play at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Corba will take a strike on the corner, 1-1. There could be some flipping and flopping in the schedule based on which teams advance and what the bracket says for matchups. They will flip and flop some things if there are rematches. It's a pitch high, 2-1 count for Corba. They look to avoid those rematches on day 4 of the tournament bracket, so they will adjust things there if necessary. A 2-1 pitch. In for a called strike at the knees. The 2-2 pitch to Christian Corba. Pops it up. It will get out of play. And it stays a 2-2 count. Here in Medford, Oregon at Harry and David Field in the bottom of the 4th inning. Right now, the Hillsdale Merchants out of the Portland area leading the Doc Stewarts out of Roseburg 17-3. 2-2 pitch. Check swing, and he went around, couldn't hold up. Strike 3 for Corba. And Logan Anzalotti will finish off the 4th inning with his 2nd strikeout in the ball game. And that'll keep it a 14-run lead for the Merchants. No runs for the Docs here in the 4th. Leave a couple of men stranded. We go to the top of the 5th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Back here at Harry and David Field, where the Doc Stewarts unfortunately have come up with a bit of a goose egg here on what was a must-win situation for them. It's not done yet, but they are on life support, and it's not looking good. 17-3, the Merchants in front. Tegan Sprague on the mound. First pitch swinging away for Egan Colmer. It's a fly ball out towards center field. Colmer will fly out. Second time they get him. That is Tegan Sprague that has gotten Ian Colmer twice. He was 3 for 3 to start out the game. He starts things off here in the 5th inning with a fly ball out. One away as today's game is brought to you by McClendon's Smokehouse. A family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by and check out McClendon's Smokehouse at their location on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. First pitch, strike 1 here to Spencer Ames, who has walked twice, been on base with an error, and has grounded out. He takes a strike on the inside corner at the belt buckle for an 0-2 count. In the 5th inning for the Docs, Wirtz, Bowers, and Thompson are scheduled to hit. It's a ground ball towards short. Paxton knocks it down. Over to Wirtz. Gets it there in time to retire Ames. 2 down. 2 away for Caden Cruz. Nobody on base. He's been on base all 4 times he's been up to bat. He's got 2 singles. He's walked and reached on an error.
Number 6, Dash Griffin.
He's got 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Actually, sorry, we get the new batter here. Dash Griffin, I forgot, did come in as a pinch runner for Cruz. So Dash Griffin, the youngster, class of 2030, gets a chance to bat here. A 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, a 1-1 count. We did get some information on the schedule. We'll get that to you as we get a chance to do it. Griffin will send one sky high on the infield. Calling for it is Logan Anderson. He waves everybody off with his glove hand and makes the catch, and it is a 1-2-3 top of the 5th inning. First time today that the Hillsdale Merchants do not score a run in an inning, but they lead it by 14. Docs need to score 5 runs to keep the ball game going as we come up in the bottom of the 5th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Logan Ancelotti out there to try and get 3 outs and in this one after 5. It is not ending it early. This game is nearly 2 hours old, and we're just finally getting to the bottom of the 5th. It is 17-3. The Hillsdale Merchants in front. Docs need 5 runs to keep the game going. It'll be Danner Wirtz to try and get things started on the right foot. Danner so far today 0 for 2, but did drive in a run on a ground out in his first at-bat. He takes outside for ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, your locally owned hunting, fishing, and outdoor sports headquarters. You can check them out at their new location on Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. Grounder towards short. It will eat up the shortstop. Spencer Ames came charging in. It rolls up his arm, and on safely will be Danner at first. It will be an error first in the game for the Merchants. Docs don't care how they get them. They are looking to try and put up a big half inning here in the 5th. Amos Bowers gets a chance to bat for a second time. He hits a line drive to left field, and Bowers will have 2 hits in this game, what could be his final baseball game of his career. Not a bad way to end it for that young man, getting a chance to come in as a defensive replacement. He rips a single to left field, and that's back-to-back runners aboard for the Doc Stewarts here in the 5th. For the Docs, it'll be their 8th hit in the ball game. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Hayden Thompson, who is 2 for 2 in the ball game with an RBI, will get a chance to bat. On the outside corner, strike 1 from Ancelotti. Thompson. The 0-1 pitch. Takes outside, 1-1 count. Hayden out of Bandon High School, first season with the Docs. Headed off to Lassen Community College. It's been fun to get to know him a little bit. Not sure if he'd be eligible to come back for the Docs next year if he had that opportunity. But he's been a nice piece for this Docs team this summer. 1-1 pitch. He hits it in the air right side. It will tail out of play. And that is strike 2. Kind of starting to think about some of those things, about which guys might be on this roster next year if things work out that way. Thompson, a senior out of Bandon, graduating this year. Become a pretty much regular everyday player for the Docs here this summer as the season went on. Got a chance with some injuries to get into the lineup, and he's been able to stick out there. The 1-2 pitch. Fought it off down the third base side. A dribbler. It will go and stay foul. So back to the plate for Hayden Thompson. Once again with a 1-2 count. Mentioned Amos said that he's not planning to pursue baseball after this. So he's looking to try and go out. He's obviously putting up a good individual performance, but we'd love to see his team still playing tomorrow. Danner Wertz, a youngster. He'll be a junior next year at Roseburg High. He's out at second base. Waiting on deck, Mason Young, the catcher, who has been put into pretty much every day back behind the plate with the injury to Bowers. They had been splitting time, but Young has been back there pretty much every game. It's a pitch high and away, 2-2 now for Thompson. Mason Young been back there, and he's been doing a good job back there, back behind the plate. Boy, really impressed with his pop time, getting the ball down to second base, catching some runners stealing here in the tournament. 2-2 pitch, popped up. It will carry behind home and out of play. Landing on the roof above us. Talking with coaches before the game, and we didn't want to start assuming that looking to the future at any point and hoping that we continue to get to play with this year's group. But there is a lot of youth on this team and a lot of reasons to be excited for the future. 2-2. Nice job by Thompson to keep battling at the plate, not looking to go down against Logan Anzalotti. Mentioned a lot of reasons to be excited, but you also always wish you had another year with some of the guys that may not be back in the future. 2-2 pitch here for Anzalotti. Thompson gets underneath it, belts it towards left field on the run. Captour will get to it out in left field. Runs that one down in the corner with some long strides. Hayden Thompson nearly 3 for 3. He hit that one pretty well. It's the first out for the Docs here in the fifth, and they will need to really mount a rally here, and it looks like it's going to come against a new pitcher. Anzalotti has come out. They probably are cutting him off here at a certain pitch total so that he could be available to come back later on in the tournament. And so he will head to the dugout, and they will give way to the bullpen here. Mason Young will face the new man to come in to pitch for the Hillsdale Merchants. They lead it 17-3. 2 runners on base for the Docs with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. They need 5 runs total here in the fifth to keep the game going. We'll see if they can mount that rally after this 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Runners at first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. Doc Stewart's trailing by 2 touchdowns in this one. And Tegan Kelly, a right-hander, will take over on the mound for the Hillsdale Merchants. Tegan Kelly out of LaSalle High School, class of 2028. He'll get a chance to throw here in this one. Don't forget to stick around when we wrap things up, whenever that may be. Not putting any sort of jinx on anything here, but we will have your Champion Car Wash Player of the Game for the Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Make your car or truck shine like today's Player of the Game. Visit Champion Car Wash, where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg. That's Champion Car Wash. So up to bat, Mason Young hitting with runners at first and second and one down. Facing the new arm, Tegan Kelly. Kelly looking to second base. Out at second base, a big lead for Danner Wirtz out there. Danner not necessarily a big threat to steal. High and inside for Mason, a 1-0 count. Just for reference, Danner with 1. He is successful. He was successful on his 1 stolen base attempt this season. 1-0 pitch to Young. High and inside again. Lifts the elbows up and out of the way. 2-0 count. Wade Molitor, the lefty, waiting on deck. The 2-0. Mason hits one in the air right side. It carries into the bullpen for the Merchants for strike 1. Wade's been a fun guy to get to know. He is so young, going to be a freshman next year at Roseburg High. Look forward to getting to see him a little bit more and watching his development as a baseball player. 2-1 pitch here for Mason. He fouls off another one over the right side, out of play. He's got a 2-2 count. With one out at second base is Danner. You got Amos Bowers at first. With one out, the 2-2 pitch here for Young. Waits at the dish. Kelly delivers. And again, high and inside. He has to lift the arms up out of the way. So Mason finds himself in a full count with 1 out and 2 on. The pitch, again, fought off. Mason stays alive. Wind blowing in hard from left field still. The American flag really ripping around out there. Going to knock down any ball hit in the air to left. And there's ball 4. It'll get by the catcher, but the base of the runners will only move up 1 base on the walk to Mason Young. So Mason on at first. We'll see if they leave him out there or decide to bring in a runner for him. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Wade Molitor, second trip to the plate. Last time up, he flew out to the shortstop in shallow left field. Facing the right-hander on the mound, Kelly will miss high and away. Ball 1. Well, the Docs are trying to keep the game going, and on the mound, Tegan Kelly might be helping them out a little bit here. 1-0 pitch. Wade will foul it back for strike 1. This is our second game of the day, already eliminated earlier. Corvallis, Eugene advancing on. You've got the Barbers and Mustangs coming up tonight. 1-1 to Molitor. Fouled to the backstop for strike 2. Bases are loaded with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wade at the plate trying to drive in a run and keep things moving on the bases for the Docs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded with 1 out. The 1-2 from Kelly. Strike 3 called. So Molitor goes down looking. And the Docs are down to their final out in the ball game. Burke will need to find a way on to keep things going. Paxton 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's 0 for 9 in the tournament, just something I did not think there'd be any chance of saying when this tournament got underway back on Saturday. It's been a fantastic summer for Paxton, but unfortunately he has gotten plagued with a batting slump at the worst time possible. He takes high and away, a 2-0 count. Two balls, no strikes with 2 down and the bases loaded. Burke hits one in the air, left side. Looks like it's playable for the shortstop in foul territory. Oh, hobbling it around. It's the third baseman, Cam Hammer, that'll make the catch. And that will finish the game. A wild one there to get it done, but the Doc Stewarts find their season coming to an end here today against the Hillsdale Merchants. No runs on the one hit, one error, and 3 runners left on base. 5-inning ball game, 14-run deficit, 17-3. The final score as the Hillsdale Merchants will get the victory. We'll come back and wrap up the season with you after this 3-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Well, we knew there was the possibility the season was going to come to an end here today. We just definitely did not need this kick in the stomach on the way out the door. It's a tough one here today. 17-3, the final score. The Hillsdale Merchants advancing on. The Roseburg Dr. Stewarts find their season coming to an end. Hillsdale goes 33-13 with the victory. The Doc Stewarts finish out the year at 20-14. Overall on the year for the Docs here today. And for the Doc Stewarts, with that final result, they played fewer games than they did last year. Last year they ended up with 41 games. This year they'll have just 35, but they finished with just about the same number of wins. They had 21-20 their final record last year. The Doc Stewarts finish at 20-14 here this year. And so further above 500 on the season, a few less games on the year here in 2026. It was all Hillsdale from the get-go. They score 4 in the first, add 9 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 4 in the first, 9 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, as they would put up 17 runs. Docs got 3 back in the bottom of the first. It was 4-3 at the end of 1, and it looked like maybe there was a chance the Docs could rally back into this one after putting themselves in a pretty big hole. Unfortunately, they did not score the rest of the game, and Hillsdale gets the 17-3 win. Taking a look at the numbers, 17 runs, 14 hits, 1 error, and 8 men left on base for Hillsdale. 3 runs on 8 hits and 4 errors with 10 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts here today. They had some guys on base, just did not come up with enough hits to be able to put them around, and obviously did not do themselves any favors on the mound. Docs end up giving up 10 walks in this one. That was just brutal from the get-go. Hillsdale will move on. The Merchants will take on Medford. Hillsdale takes on Medford tomorrow. And that means that Eugene will take on Tigard. And it doesn't matter who wins and loses in the next one. That's the matchup. What will matter is who plays at what time. So the winner of our next game coming up between Tigard and Medford will play at 7 o'clock tomorrow. The loser plays at 3. Hillsdale will play the loser, or will play, Medford no matter what, and Tigard will play Eugene no matter what. Just the game times are what is left to be decided. So that is what we're looking at for the bracket on the 4th day of the tournament as we try to whittle it down to the final 2 or 3 teams going into Wednesday. But the Doc Stewarts make it to the 3rd day of the tournament this year. They go 1-2 in tournament play. An improvement after last year going 0-2. But for the Doc Stewarts, they had 4 consecutive seasons of going to day 4 of the tournament, and unfortunately they fall short of getting back there here today. Let's see. So we kind of took a look at the scoring numbers. Docs threw Fletcher Coleman, Logan Shipman, Logan Schwartz, and Tegan Sprague. Sprague pitched 3 innings. He was the longest man to get used. He gave up 4 runs on 5 hits with 4 walks and 2 strikeouts over those 3 innings. Fletcher Coleman takes the loss. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, did not get out of the first. He gave up 4 runs on 3 hits with 3 walks. Just could not seem to find the strike zone early on and really put his team in a hole early on. For the Merchants in this one, Elliot Backey started, went 2 innings, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Logan Anzalotti came in, pitched 2 1/3, no runs on 6 hits, no walks and 2 strikeouts. Tegan Kelly finished it out the final inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Elliot Backey does not pitch the minimum 4 innings to qualify for a win, so I guess you got to give it to Logan Anzalotti. The Game Changer has it I believe for Backey on the Game Changer. They may need to change that, but the tournament Game Changer page there. So Anzalotti gets the win here today. Coleman will take the loss. Fletcher will go to 1-1 on the season to finish things out here on the summer. A lot of offensive numbers to go around. 14 hits in this one for Hillsdale. Elliot Raytone at the top of the order. He had 2 of them. Ian Colmer had 3 hits. Spencer Ames did not have a hit but scored 3 times. Caden Cruz was 2 hits in this game. Kieran Kelly had 2 hits. Cam Hammer had 2 hits, both of them extra bases. He drives in 4. Jackson Poole 1 for 4 in the game. Peyton Nash goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. Toussaint Captour had 1 hit and 3 walks, scored twice and had an RBI. For the Doc Stewarts, Tegan Sprague was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Logan Anderson goes 1 for 2, a run scored after walking in the first. Christian Corbo was 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and a run scored. Let's see here. Danner Wirtz had an RBI and a ground out, goes 0 for 3. Amos Bowers 2 for 2 in the game with a pair of singles after coming in defensively. Hayden Thompson was 2 for 3 with a double, drove in a run, also had a single. Nearly had a ball hit into the corner, but it was tracked down and robbed away by Toussaint Captour. Mason Young drew a walk his last at-bat, and in the 9th spot, Easton Bachmeyer and Wade Molitar go a combined 0 for 3. Season will come to an end for the Doc Stewarts here. We will wrap it up here and put our final thoughts on the season. But first, let's name your champion car wash player of the game. It's going to be Hayden Thompson, your player of the game tonight. He drove in a run, was 2 for 3, had a double in this one for the Doc Stewarts. Hayden Thompson is your champion car wash player of the game. You can make your car or truck shine like today's player of the game. Visit Champion Car Wash, where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. Well, unfortunately, the season comes to an end. I know down in the for the Doc Stewarts, there was a lot of want to try and keep this season alive, keep this season going. Unfortunately, today, they ran up against a buzzsaw, and they find their season coming to an end. But it was a fun one nonetheless. It started out tough with an 0-5 record to start the year. After going 0-5, the Docs did not lose back-to-back games the rest of the season. That includes here at the state tournament, where they split 2 losses around a win here at the tournament. So the Docs do not lose back-to-back games after starting the season 0-5. They do not lose 2 games in a row the rest of the way. Really showed the growth and improvement and the maturation of this team. They are a young group with only 2 guys that regularly played throughout the season. One of them wasn't eligible for league games. That's Reagan Soper. Soper, as an international student, they did not give him eligibility for the summer, unfortunately, so he played in only non-league games. Got in a lot of action, but other than him, the only other guy back from a freshman year at college was Logan Anderson. Now you have some guys heading off to college programs that just graduated, and they did get some help from Ty Hellenthal and from Baden Morris, some guys that pitched some games, non-leaguers during the summer that are college guys after their freshman year. But nonetheless, this is a pretty young team with a lot of guys that possibly could come back, including maybe some of the guys that are seniors moving on to college programs next year. I believe that Paxton Burke might be young enough to possibly come back next year, depending on what things look like for him. And I don't know about guys like Hayden Thompson and Logan Shipman. Shipman's going to be in Roseburg at UCC, so maybe there's a chance he's back on the roster next year. And never know about Hayden Thompson there as well. There's a possibility for that. Logan Short was a senior this year. Maybe there's a chance for him. Not sure. Sounds like he may be looking to, if an opportunity pops up to try and do some baseball, maybe, but he may be recognizing that his time might be coming to an end here after this summer as well. So you never know. Some of those guys might be young enough to come back, but there's also going to be a lot of guys on the roster that are young enough. You've got guys like Christian Corba, Mason Young, Quinn Gaylor, who was just a freshman at Sutherland, unfortunately dinged up with an injury here in the state tournament, did not get a chance to really contribute over the last 2 games. Obviously, Wade Molitor, the youngster heading to his freshman year at Roseburg High. Tegan Sprague will be a senior next year out of Umpqua Valley Christian. Easton Bachmeyer just wrapped up his, I believe, it was just his sophomore year, I believe, there at Douglas. You've got guys like Fletcher Coleman, who will be a senior next year at Roseburg. Ryan Shaver, who was injured all summer long, be a senior next year at UVC. Caleb York, who got injured early on, didn't get a chance to play, be a senior next year. Braxton Gary spent some time with us. Isaiah Blankenship, those are young guys that could be back. Grayson Code as well, and Danner Wirtz. So a lot of names on there that are still going to be seniors or younger in high school coming up next year. So obviously, you feel like the future's bright. It stings right now, but the future could be bright for the Doc Stewarts, and hopefully that'll be the case with being able to keep these guys together and continue to watch their development within this program. It has been a ton of fun to watch all of these guys this year, and to the guys that we won't get a chance to see back next year, best of luck to you in your future endeavors. Congratulations on a fun and great summer here, and thanks for all the memories that we'll get a chance to carry with us after this summer of Doc Stewart's baseball. And for the guys that we get a chance to come back, hopefully some hard work in through the high school season, fall ball, whatever it may be. But we look forward to seeing you back out on the field coming up next year for some Doc Stewart's baseball. That's going to do it for us here, folks. Docs, unfortunately, unceremoniously in the season here at the state tournament. 17-3, the final score. Hillsdale moving on to the 4th day of the state tournament. They'll look to try and see if they can keep their season going to try and get a berth in the Northwest Regional that'll be played here in Medford August 5th through the 9th. Want to say thanks to the Medford Mustangs for hosting the tournament and having us down here. They put up a great tournament, and they were great hosts, and we were always treated well here. So thanks so much for the Medford Mustangs and all the hospitality they have shown us in our time here in Medford this weekend. Want to say thanks to Executive Director Jake Whistler of the Douglas County Baseball Association Without him, folks, a lot of the things that we're able to do here on the radio is not possible. All the stuff we have back at home at Champion Car Wash Field is because of some of the hard work that Jake has done along with the Douglas County Baseball Association to make improvements at the field. All those great camera shots you were able to watch online is because of DCBA and because of Jake Whistler. Appreciate all the support that they provide us. Me going on the road to these tournaments that are overnight stays, they put me up in a hotel because they are just great people, and I appreciate all the support they give us. Without them, I don't get a chance to have nearly as much fun with the team over the summer and do as much as we get to do. So really appreciate them and all that they do there at Douglas County Baseball Association here over the last couple of years. Want to say thanks to head coach Cody Walton for all the time and access to the program he's given me this year, all the players and assistant coaches. Thanks, everybody, for always welcoming me in to be a part of the program. I'm not on the team, but they definitely sure make me feel like I am part of the Doc Stewart's program, so it's always a blast. And thanks so much to all of them this season for another fun summer hanging out with the Docs. Want to say thanks to Dale Cranford as well as Brenton Cranford for all the work over the summer here doing the radio production back in the studio. Thanks to Carter Stedman, who helped fill in on a couple of games here throughout the summer as well, helping out as an intern there with DCBA over the summer, along with Kim and Jordan there. They did a great job over the summer, and a lot of fun to get to know all of them a little bit more here this summer as well. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. Always hard to say so long to a season, but we do want to let you know that here at The Score, we do have plans to have coverage of stuff coming up in the fall, most particularly Roseburg High School football. We'll have coverage of that for you coming up on The Score, so stay right here with us. If you are watching online on 1490 The Score on YouTube, if you're listening on the radio, we got more local sports coming up here in the fall sports season. And while we may not always have all of the schools covered for all of these teams on with live games, we do definitely try to get coverage of all of our schools, representing everybody and making sure that you know what's going on with Douglas County sports throughout an entire high school season. So keep it right here on The Score. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us. You guys make it all worthwhile. I appreciate all of the kind words that everybody likes to share with me throughout the year. It means so much and makes it so much worthwhile. So I think I have done as much as I can say here on the season. We'll wrap it up there. I get a little bit of a break, and football season right around the corner. So stay tuned for more updates on the state tournament as well as our broadcast schedule. You can always find details online at 541radio.com. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and joining us for the AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament here in Medford. We'll talk to you soon. I'm Joey Kieran. This has been Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and